Leader, it's no secret in this chamber that in my eyes the protection of children and the provision of care for them is of absolute paramount importance, from education to safeguarding to mental health and holistic well-being. The government's role in ensuring that the children of this country are given every opportunity to grow, to succeed and flourish cannot be understated. And yet it seems that every week there is another story of children in Ireland, somewhere, somehow, being failed by the state. This time it was revealed in a HIQA report that 2 residents of a care home for disabled children in County Monaghan have been confined to a top floor of a house for a total of 59 days, as the lift had been broken down on 2 separate occasions. Wheelchair-bound children in state care, trapped in their own building. It sounds like a horror story of yesteryear that gets trotted out to remind us of how much we've progressed. But of course, this is here and now. The report from HIQA reads, the provider had not responded appropriately to either incident and had not put in place alternative arrangements. The provider had also failed to notify HIQA regarding the issues that the lift or the impact it had on residents on both occasions. During this time, the children could not attend school. One missed an appointment. They could not engage in limited activities on the landing of a first floor, and they were forced to take their meals in the upstairs office area. On top of this, the centre was deemed to be not compliant in 8 regulation areas, including fire precautions and resident rights. So really, Cathaoirleach, this comes down to oversight. The information came on foot of an unannounced inspection, so I think we need more of those, but perhaps a debate with the Minister might be of use as well. On a different front, I find myself agreeing with the Taoiseach when it comes to how we're broadcasting the GAA. GAAGO as a platform is an online-only joint venture between RTE and the GAA, and it's charging €79 for access. RTE is a national broadcaster. The government pays them to broadcast. And when it comes to our national sports, they're going to charge people anyway. And not just that, but they're not even going to broadcast it on TV, confining distribution instead to streaming. It really is unacceptable, especially due to the barrier that it creates for older GAA fans who mightn't have the means or the knowledge to access this premium subscription service. Age Action have said, our concern would be that it is really important that everybody can take part in the GAA. It is part of the fabric of society. For many people, they have been loyal followers of the GAA all their lives, and I think that's spot on. So perhaps Minister Martin could come into this House to discuss greater equality in access to GAA. Thank you.
Senator Keogan then kicked off the debate around, he spoke about protection of children and the particular issue in relation to Monaghan. I don't have full details, Senator, of that particular issue, but I take what you've said on board, and it is just very distressing for those 2 children that they couldn't get to school or couldn't get down the stairs and there was no lift. I think that's just unacceptable, and I'm not sure how any facility thought that that could persist for that length of time. I think that there's serious questions to be asked there, and I'm only glad that it was discovered. It seems just by chance, really. Hopefully that situation has been resolved now. But the debate then around GAAGO and the pay-for premium subscription that the GAA and RTE are now putting forward to citizens and to fans and supporters of the GAA. I think many senators contributed to that debate this morning. Senator Mark Wall, Paddy Burke, Timmy Dooley, Martin Conway, Robbie Gallagher and others as well. I think it's fair to say it was probably the key issue being raised in the chamber today, and I think it speaks to the value which we place in the GAA, the importance of the GAA in all of our communities, and that's why people are angry. If people weren't angry about it, it meant that they didn't really care about it, but it shows that we care. And I do think that the GAA should reflect on this particular decision. There's 2 aspects to it. One is the access, because many people in this country don't have access to quality broadband to even use the subscription if they wanted to. But separate to that, there shouldn't be a subscription. It should be free to watch. It's our national game. The broadcaster is paid handsomely by the state and by the taxpayer to run the services. And the GAA has their hand out every day of the week asking for donations of volunteers and communities around the country. And we've all supported the GAA in our local communities. So on that basis, considering people already pay into the organisation and are very generous to the GAA and their communities, and as I think it was Senator Dooley said, the GAA is run on volunteers. People don't get paid, or most people in the GAA don't get paid. So we shouldn't be charging people to watch their national game. I think it's disgraceful, and I think it's outrageous, and they need to reflect on it. And I have put a request into the Minister for Tourism and Sport, Catherine Martin, to come to the Chamber and have a debate on it. I'm sure she would share our concerns also on this particular issue, but it would be good to have that debate nonetheless. And €79 is a huge amount of money. I don't know where that particular fee was dreamt up, but I think the anger and the views of members should go back very clearly.